Hey, Catherine,
Hi,
what are you doing?
I was reading a book called More Bears. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's called More Bears, story by Kenn Nesbitt, illustrations by Troy Cummings.
Oh, thanks for showing me the pictures.
Tell me if you can see them okay. Is this good?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Once upon a time, there was a story. This story was a lovely story with absolutely no bears in it. Not a single bear anywhere. Then, one day...
More bears!
What? Who said that? The author of the story looked around the room wondering where those voices had come from. Were those the voices of children shouting? Then he went back to writing. As I was saying, this story had absolutely no bears at all. The author was very certain about this.
More bears!
The author tried very, very hard to ignore the children who thought that the story ought to have
more bears!
Fine. This story had a bear. It was a cute little baby bear strolling through the book looking for
more bears!
Now hold on a second. The author of this story knew exactly how many bears it should have, and the author insisted that there should only be
more bears!
2 bears. There. Are you happy? An adorable, cuddly-wuddly little baby bear named Mr. Fluffy, and his mama bear Stella, who always wore a yellow hat. Now it happened that Stella and Mr. Fluffy, like all bears, were especially fond of
more bears!
More bears, of course. The author was just thinking that. The author was thinking that just to keep everybody happy, this story should have a papa bear, whose name, by the way, was Captain Picklehead, and a bear named Uncle Sheldon, who was bald and loved to play the ukulele. Now, where were we? Oh, yes.
More bears!
Not that. How many bears do you want? Do you really want to hear about Bobcat Sam the bear who rode a pony, and Admiral Haversham the English dancing bear, and Excellent Steve the bear who just wanted to surf? You do? Wow, why didn't you say so? In that case, the author suddenly decided that this story really needed was
more bears!
Yes, more bears. So the author added Astro Bear, who, by the way, was Bulgarian and always kept a hamster in his pocket just in case. And then the author put in 3 more bears named Lester, Chester, Esther, and Floyd. Wait, that's 4. Oh, well, that's 4 is okay because, after all, this story really needed
more bears.
It needed a bear named Lucky Eddie, who juggled carrots, and a bear named Elbow, who wasn't very smart and always wore his underpants on the outside of his regular pants, and a bear named 123, which even the author thought was a strange name for a bear. And since this probably wasn't enough, the author added even
more bears!
The author added 6 bears on tiny pink bicycles, 2 bears reading comic books, 1 bear flying across the page in a cape and lederhosen, 3 more bears swinging through the trees on vines, a bear in a yellow submarine, several bears making cupcakes, and an entire team of firefighting bears running across the page with hoses, ladders, and party balloons. There were bears hanging from the top of the page, bears sleeping in the corners, and bears standing on top of other bears. There were so many bears in the story that they couldn't all fit on one page. It was crowded, too crowded. So crowded that some bears started pushing other bears off the page and arguing, which made the author grumpy. And when authors get grumpy, they start rewriting, changing the story. In fact, this author was so grumpy, he told the bears to leave. And they did. After all, this was the author's story. They walked off the page. They rode off the page. They swung, surfed, danced, climbed, ran, and even somersaulted off the page. At last, all the bears were gone, and the author smiled. Finally, the author had a story with no bears in it, a lovely story with not a single bear anywhere, just the way the author wanted it. Because, you see, the author was quite certain that this story should have absolutely
more chickens.
Wasn't that a fun book?
That was a great book. Thanks for sharing, Catherine.
Of
Hey,
course.
do you want to play a game?
Sure, I love games.
Let's name words that start with the letter B, buh, and the last one who can't name a word, then the other one will be the winner.
Okay.
You know what the prize is?
What?
A chicken.
Oh, I kind of hope you win.
I hope you win. All
No,
right.
I hope you win. Okay.
No, really. I hope you win. All right, here's our first word. Remember, they have to start with the letter B, so they have to say "ba."
Buh,
All right, here we go.
buh.
Bears.
Baby.
Blue.
Balloon.
Black.
Bubble.
Brown.
Book.
Bumblebee.
Bouncing.
Beautiful.
Basket.
Beanstalk, like Jack and the Beanstalk.
Bright.
Basketball.
Bat. You know those nocturnal animals?
Yes. Did you know that they're the only flying mammal?
No, I didn't know that, but now I
They're
do.
cool. They're pretty cool. Yes. All right, back to letter B. Baseball.
Bookshelf.
Bathrobe.
Blimp.
Ballerina.
You know what, Anna? We might be able to go on all day. Maybe we should take this to a private chat.
Oh, maybe so. Yeah, I'll just message you.
Okay.
And I'll make sure
Email
that,
me.
yeah, or email you, and I'll make sure that they get your chicken in the mail.
Oh, Can you keep my chicken for me? Can you babysit my chicken?
I think I'll do some checking.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I thought of one more that starts with the letter B.
Me too. Is it bye-bye?
Bye.